Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Thursday, February 17th. So the moon is going to be in Virgo all day. We are still very, very much under the full moon intensity window. We had our full moon in Leo peak yesterday. A lot of emotions, a lot of passion, a lot of releasing, a lot of purging that should be making us feel really good about ourselves here today. But we're overanalyzing everything. We're highly judgmental, highly critical of ourselves. We're trying to sort out our thoughts, sort out our feelings, make sense of all that has transpired, and figure out where it is that we need to go from here. That moon in Virgo is going to help us organize all of those thoughts and feelings and really help us create a lot of order out of the chaotic situation that many of us have felt like we've been in for a very, very long time. There are 9 different aspects taking place here today. 5 of them involve the moon. And let me just tell you, this is the last day of Aquarius season, which means that the volume is all the way up. The pressure is on. The intensity is on to wrap up the life lessons that Aquarius season was here to teach us, which was thinking outside of the box. Seeing a new vision, a new dream, a new goal for our future selves actually be downloaded in our highest intellect. New ideas, new inspirations, new ways of doing things. We have definitely had some aha moments that we can't unknow. And that particular energy is definitely pushing us to make some new connections, to make some new efforts in doing things in a different way, of course, to try and get a different result. So right out of the gate, we have Mars bumping into Saturn. Let me tell you, Mars, who is now conjunct with his feminine divine counterpart, he is definitely tapping into the masculine divine energy. He is ready to take charge. He is ready to take action to pursue what it is that he knows within himself is going to make him happy. Now, Mars in Capricorn, of course, is making some major moves in order to build a brand new foundation that is going to be around long term. And bumping into Saturn in this way is likely going to illuminate for us where it is that the weight of the world is now knocking on our door after this huge, intense release. Now, Saturn, who is in Aquarius, definitely wants us to kind of revamp the roles and responsibilities that we have, recognize where new systems, foundations, structures, and routines need to be built in order to kind of free us from some of the roles and responsibilities that have been sucking the life out of us. Now, Mars bumping into Saturn is a huge boss up. We have a new will. We have a new determination to work with. We are focused on the future. We are focused on building. We are focused on standing in our power in order to actually get what it is that we want. Now, the moon is going to bump into Mercury, and Mercury actually rules over Virgo energy. This is a positive aspect, so this is definitely going to help us get very clear in our mental plane, in our heart space, in our communication styles, on what it is that we actually need to plan for, what it is we actually need to do. Again, the moon in Virgo is going to analyze the finer details within our heart space, within our head space. Mercury, of course, triggers us to communicate that, get that energy out of our body. We are coming up with some pretty good strategies right now on where it is that we're going to take action and move forward from here. Venus is going to bump into Saturn because, as you know, Venus and Mars very close together with one another in the cosmos. And Venus bumping into Saturn is likely going to be an outside external trigger coming from one of our personal relationships. So as we've been talking about, Venus still not up to stuff, still not up to her highest power coming out of that retrograde. She's still kind of sorting through the emotional and internal revelations that she's had about her own self-worth and what it is that she values and what it is that will make her happy. And of course, this being reflected out in the external world has a huge impact on our current relationships. And again, if you're not in a relationship that is supporting your highest purpose, it's likely falling apart. And if you're in a relationship that is supportive in your highest purpose, then you're definitely reaching a new level of connection and intimacy. And if you're flying solo, pretty good chance that you might have a meet point with a soul tribe member, a soulmate, a twin flame, whatever it is that you subscribe to. Keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled on the new people coming into your realm. But Venus bumping into Saturn in this way is really getting down to the nitty-gritty on where it is that we have to stand firm in our values, in our worth. We are trying to figure out what it is that, well, we know we need in our lives. The changes that we're making are hopefully going to align us with all of the internal work that we have been doing, bossing up our self-esteem, bossing up our self-confidence. But this trigger is coming from a personal relationship to see whether or not we're going to walk the walk or talk the talk. Saturn, of course, tends to put on the weight of the world on our shoulders, on our heart space. We're starting to recognize where it is that things don't feel good. And we do have to do the work in order to make some dramatic changes to free ourselves from the things that are sucking the life out of us. Mostly the people that are not reciprocating our energy, our love, our attention, not giving us what it is that we need. And we are going to be put in a position here soon where we ask for what it is that we need to provide them with an opportunity to either step up or step the hell out. The moon is going to bump into Chiron. It is also going to oppose Jupiter. Now, let me tell you, this is where we can be overwhelmed with our thoughts and our feelings. Chiron, of course, is the wounded healer. He does want to show us where it is that we need to celebrate the growth in healing that we've already done. But he also exposes where it is that we're still not feeling so good about the wounds in which we are currently bearing. The fact that the moon is going to sit across from and oppose Jupiter, who tends to turn the volume up on whatever state of mind and state of emotions that we're in. Jupiter is in Pisces, who definitely wants us to grow spiritually, wants us to strengthen our intuition, wants us to dream a bigger dream for ourselves. But this particular conflict, this opposition, usually creates an internal struggle within us. We want more for ourselves, and we get so fixated on what it is we want more of that we tend to slip into a scarcity mindset, recognizing all that we don't have in this present moment. This is an opportunity for us to balance the scales, recognizing that we don't have to fall so far into the more of what it is that we want that we find ourselves sad in the scarcity mindset, realizing what it is that we currently don't have. This is a learning opportunity for us to get very clear on what it is that we are lacking and what it is we are currently desiring more of. The moon is going to trine Uranus. This is a beautiful energy for us to download a huge amount of clarity and insight on what it is that we actually want, need, and desire for ourselves. Now, many of us need to step back from the physical realm, step back from other people's energy in order to get a grip on our own energy, to figure out what it is that we actually want, need, and desire within ourselves without having other energies impact or influence our current state of mind, our current state of feeling. But this Uranian energy does have a beautiful opportunity to just kind of download us with a brand new perspective, inspire us to make a change, definitely awaken us to new aha moments of what it is that we're lacking, what it is that we're desiring, and where it is that we have to come up with a crafty plan in order to actually pursue our new passions and desires. Now, the moon is going to bump into Pluto in not the nicest way. Pluto, of course, the great transformer. He likes to show us where it is that the greatest transformation is needed. And right now, the greatest transformation that's going on is in our heart space and in our head space. This is definitely going to shift us in a different realm of thinking, a different realm of planning, a different realm of organizing our thoughts and feelings in order to actually take action in our physical realm. The sun at this point bumps into Uranus. Uranus rules over the sun in Aquarius. So this is a powerful time where we muster up a brand new determination, a brand new focus, a brand new direction and path for us to pour our time, energy, love, and attention into, because we now know we're illuminated to what it is that we're now being inspired to pursue. Jupiter is going to sextile Uranus right after that. We have Jupiter in Pisces asking us to grow, asking us to expand. What is it that we're growing and expanding? Well, first of all, the trust and the faith within our own selves, our intuition, our dreams, our creativity. We have a sextile, which is a good energy, a blending of energies with Uranus, the great awakener. Suddenly, we are going to align with our higher selves. We are going to be downloaded with a vision, with insights, with clarity on what it is that we need to do from here. We are going to see where the biggest growth, where the biggest change is needed in our lives, and we're not going to be afraid of it. We're going to be inspired to pursue it. This is a total shift in the mental plane and in the heart space that we will not unknow. This is a motivating factor. This is acting as a catalyst for us to make the changes that we know, because we've been contemplating it within ourselves, we know that we have to make if we want a different result, if we want a different reality. And this particular energy coming together is like a clash of energy, an electric zap of energy that we need to be in alignment with our higher selves, actually capture that vision in which we're actually looking to pursue, and be so freaking motivated and inspired to actually be living that reality that we stop at nothing until that reality actually manifests in our physical realms.